was having a celebration for him, and then after the club, some people got in a shootout, and my homeboys got killed right over there.
So you're saying you got shot and killed
Yeah,
right
he
over
got
there?
shot 5 times. So we came outside. So when I came around the car, I didn't see when he got shot. I heard it. So when we came around, police took off running at first. They ran first. Then they came back after everybody stopped shooting. Came down to the car right there. People picked him up, put him in the car.
Right.
So we go to the police, like, take him to the hospital. Took him to the hospital. He looks at me like, what do you want me to do?
When you say he, who's he?
I don't know the police.
There was an officer there.
So he's like, what do you want me to do? I can't take him anywhere. So I'm like, get him out the car and we're gonna take him ourselves.
Right.
People was like, don't move him, but I'm like, you better let him sit in the car and die in a police car instead of taking him to the hospital. You understand what I'm saying? So we pick him up, me and my homeboy, put him in his car and we drive him to the hospital. So once I get there, the police run up on me, kind of ask me questions and stuff. I'm trying to figure out, if you couldn't bring him to the hospital, what makes you think I'm gonna cooperate with you now?
Right.
So they tell me, oh, you going to jail, you going to jail. I tell them, don't put your hands on me, period. They're not here to help us.
Right.
They don't care about us.
So Michael, how long would you say it took the police to get here?
They was already here. They was here when he started shooting. When they started shooting, they took off running. I was right there watching them. I was standing still. When they started shooting, I heard it. And the police was sitting up there. He took off running. He got scared.
Really?
Got scared.
So it's not like they had to come from somewhere. They were already here.
They was right there. They didn't care.
So tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. This is a guy you know that got shot and killed,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
He got shot. Did you see him get shot?
I didn't see him get shot. I saw him after he got shot. I saw the bullet wounds. I took him to the hospital. I was in the back seat holding his head. He died in my arms. Right? I took him in there.
So tell me, did you see the officers get him?
Get him. They didn't get him. Somebody else put him in the police car because it was the closest car to him.
Okay.
And the police officer said he wasn't going to take him nowhere. I'm trying to figure out. He's talking about this, they can't do that because he's not EMS certified. I'm like, well, you can shoot people on camera and do everything else, illegal searches and everything else you're not supposed to do, but you can't take somebody to the hospital like y'all supposed to protect and serve them. You know what I'm saying?
How long, tell me, Michael, when your friend is in the backseat of this officer's car, how long are you and whoever else is out there talking to the police saying, why can't you take him somewhere? How long?
It was a good 7-8 minutes.
Really?
Enough time, you probably would have took him to the hospital, he could have been there. We had to pull on him and take him and put him in the car and all kind of stuff, you understand what I'm saying? So,
Sure.
like, wasted a whole lot of time just trying to get him from point A to point B when he could have just drove into the hospital.
How many officers were out there?
Saw like 2 down here and it was probably like 2 or 3 up there.
So what I'm hearing you say is somebody put him in the backseat of this car saying,
People put him in the back seat of the car, help him, take him to the hospital. They wouldn't do it.
how were you guys able to get him out? Tell me about that.
We got in the car, in the back of the police car, and picked him up. And took him out of the car. Carried him. Me and another dude carried him.
Right.
And we put him in my homeboy's car, park right there. We put him in there.
What are the officers telling you guys as you're trying to?
Telling us nothing. I'm not listening to the officers.
So they didn't say, hey man, don't take that kid, don't take that guy.
He was saying I wasn't paying him no money. You're not trying to help us. You're here to harm us. You're not trying to help us.
But they let you. They didn't
They
intervene.
let us. They let us. What are they gonna do? Fight everybody out here?
So what are you thinking about all this? Tell me about it. 'Cause you,
I think it's not just their fault though. You know, black on black violence is an issue. Anyway, man, that we deal with in the community, like self-hatred, man. A lot of people, young dudes don't got no guidance.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Certain people need to be role models. You gotta step up as older. You know what I'm saying? I'm 26, but these dudes is 20, 21, stuff like that. Like, they look up to us. We gotta give them a better influence.
Right.
So this won't keep taking place. It's not just the police fault. Like, the thing with the police is they do stuff and they don't have to deal with consequences. That's the issue. We gotta deal with consequences for things we do.
Yeah. Tell me for you though, because we were out here and you were saying, you know, they were out, the police were out, and they wouldn't help us.
They wouldn't help us. So I'm trying to figure out if your job is to protect and serve, who are you protecting and serving?
Right.
Because it's not us. Ever.
Tell me
Police
what other
never protect
questions.
me from anything, ever.
What other questions would you have if you had a chance to sit down with those officers right now and ask them?
Those
What would you
I
ask
don't
them?
have to ask them questions because I understand their job description. Or you're not talking to somebody. I study this. Politics, I understand the police situation. They're not to protect us. It's to protect the interests of those that's higher up the level. To maintain the status quo. I know what's going on with the police. They're not here for us.
So what would you want to ask him then?
What I want to ask them?
Yeah.
I want to ask the black officers why you would join a system that oppresses your own people. The black officers was they were in the hospital telling me they was gonna take me to jail. I said, this man in here dying, fighting for his life, and all you can worry about is taking me to jail.
Tell me about that. So you took your buddy to the hospital. You did it yourself.
Yes.
And then when you
Me
get
and
there,
me and my friend took him.
when you get there, the police are saying what to you?
He says, oh, you gonna give me some answers. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give you anything. You didn't want to bring him over here. On top of it, I don't know. I didn't see what happened. I just know he's finna die, and you worried about, oh, I'm finna give you some answers. I tell him, no. He said, you about to go to jail.
Because you wouldn't talk to him.
Yeah, I'm going to jail. He in there dying, you worried about me going to jail. Later on this night, another officer pulls us over. I got blood all over me and everything. I'm saying, telling him, man, listen. And the other police that was at the hospital come and tell these same detectives, oh, they was the ones that brought him in there. They didn't have nothing to do with it. They come and lock my homeboy up, trying to lock me up. They come and lock him up on gun charge. I'm like, y'all worry about locking us up. We the only two people that took him to the hospital to save him, but you want to lock us up.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not about saving people. They don't care about saving people. It's about them maintaining the status quo. Anytime you gotta reach a quota, it's a certain amount of people that you have to lock up every year. That should tell you right there. Why are you not just locking up the people that's doing wrong? They're not locking up just the people that's doing wrong. They got a certain amount of people, so when people stop doing crime, what happens next?
Right.
You gotta make laws, design laws, it's based around stuff minorities do, man. They don't terrorize nobody's neighborhood like we do. Like they do all.
Michael, tell me, how long were you out here before, like from the shooting to when you left with your friend in the backseat? How long of the time?
Probably a good 12, 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, we spent most of the time trying to get in the car, like out of the car and get in this car because he's dead weight, he's heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to pick him up and carry him over there and getting him, trying to maneuver him without hurting him.
Right.
At the same time. No.
So in that time, 15 minutes, you're saying police officers were already here because this is like a nightclub at night, so it gets kind of busy, I'm guessing. So
yeah, they going, man, you know, it happens. It's not the first shooting that ever took place here, so, you know, it happens, so they know to be on standby. I'm like, what's the point of you being on standby?
So, but in that time, 15 minutes, did you see any kind of EMS, ambulances, anything like that? There was nothing else, just the officers
Just
over
the
here.
officers, just the police. I didn't see no EMS. If they was out here, I missed the EMS we took.
How far away is the hospital from here?
Here, getting there about, like fast food driving, probably took about 6-7 minutes. That ain't far though. 7, small.
Michael, if there's anything I haven't asked you think needs to be said, what would you say? What else do you have that I haven't asked you?
Just say that us as a community, like, we need to start coming together, man, focusing on what's important. This Black Lives Matter movement is really going on right now, but you know, Black lives can't matter to nobody else until they matter to us. That's it though, man. You know, drag it on.
Awesome. Michael, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. I really want to figure out what, officers have to say about this. Now,